All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joe from Feel Like Craps. I do feel like craps this evening. I hope that you do as well. We are on day number 2, roll number 2 of the roll 'em out for the padlock. Stars of our show are a little late in their arrival, but they're here. And without further ado, let's get started. 20 minutes on the clock. Further reason why we need to get the new table. This this felt has definitely seen better days. We are $85 in profit after day one. Actually, it was a pretty decent roll on day one. We kind of got rooked over on a couple of sevens that came at horrible times. They were just very fast, way too fast. But let's see what the dice gods want to give us today. What we're going to do, number one, is I'm going to take $100 out of our $1,000 bankroll, and we're going to get some red chips. And without further ado, let us begin to begin. We do, with this strategy, we go 8. We're going to have 8 green chips per shooter, not counting any chips we happen to win. So this is at the green chip level. It's the $25 table padlock. We'll start on the pass line and in the field. That's our opening salvo of bets. And without further ado, let's send the dice down the table. First shooter's up. 639, Nina. Our point is a 9. That's a field winner, and we're going to use that for odds. So single odds, and now we're going to do 3 come bets upstairs. Each one of the come bets is also going to get single odds when it makes it to a number. Dice are out. Here they come. And a sister number to the 9, that's the 5, so that's going to go there. The field's going to lose on a 5. And we're going to do that. And of course, we got the 5, and that requires the extra $5 because it has to be an even odds bet. Our odds bets have to be even on 5s and 9s. Dice are out. Here they come. 5, 4, 9. We hit a point. That is a field winner. And it is also, we got all sorts of winning going on here early. Field winner, the line wins, and we get $45 for the odds. So we'll collect it. And that'll come back to the rack. And we're going to get prepared for the next come out. Same shooter. Odds are off on the come out. They follow the puck. Dice are out. 3 craps is a loser on the pass line, the winner in the field. So we'll just put that right there. 3 craps, the same deal, back-to-back craps numbers. Dice are out. 3, 2, 5. So we're going to get 5s and 9s so far. No field on that one. We're going to get a payment, though, because the 5 that was on the come is going to win, and it was off on the come out. I was about ready to pay odds again. Bad habit of doing that. The odds get returned, and we win on the come. So we'll put that there. That'll stay in the come for the next shooter, and we're going to put odds behind our 5. Our line bet. Dice are out. Here they come. 5, 4, 9. This time we get our odds essentially funded for us from Joe Casino, which is always very nice. Going to go back in the come. We got 1 point upstairs. We need to get 2 more numbers to go to a come number, and that's a 9. So there we go. The dice gods are smiling upon us. Let's get prepared here. We have 25 for the field. Flat bet gets 25, odds get 45. Send it back to the rack in the early going here. Definitely not too hard to take. That's going to go back there. Everybody stays where it is. So far, just 5s and 9s have rolled. There's an 8. That's not in the field, so the casino will get that. Single odds, back in the back in the field. Here they come. Oop. Here they come once I tell them to roll. There they go. 5, 4, 9. We're loving that 9 tonight. So let's get prepared again here. Field winner, single odds, a single bet, the flat bet and the odds. And this can just come back up here. All of this can come back from the early going. We go 20 minutes, by the way. 20-minute video here. So here we go. Dice are out. Day 2 of the padlock. The $25 padlock. That's a 4. 4 does win in the field. We've got our second odds, single odds on the 4. And now that we have 3 points upstairs, we are out of the field and out of the until something happens here. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. That's a hit. Always good. We'll always take a hit on one of our come bets. So flat bet 1 to 1, 6 to 5 in the back for the odds. And that had to come down and get paid. So now we're going to go in the field to take this back to the rack. Not bad for our first shooter. Dice are out. Here they come. 3 craps. 3 craps is a loser there, but a winner in the field. So we're safe. 4, 2, 6. That's going to come up to the 6, which is not in the field. Single odds, good enough for a quarter. Dice are out. Here they are. We got 3, so we're not going to do anything, and we're going to hit that 9 again. My goodness. We have rolled that 9 a lot so far with our first shooter here. $25 up front, $45 for the back. And now we got to go back in the field because we got 2 points upstairs. So we're waiting for that to materialize. Dice are out. Here they come. 5-1 mixer. Look at that. There we go, folks. Not in the field, but we're still going to come out on top here. 1 to 1 in the front, 6 to 5 in the back. These guys will go here and here. We got single odds for our 6 that went up. And we still have 2 upstairs. So we're looking for our third one to go back in. Dice are out. It's a 2 craps. We lose in the but we're seeing double in the field. That's always good. We always like it when we see double in the field. Dice are out. Horn number galore. 5, 4, 9. My goodness. All right. Another 9. That's a field winner. That's going to go up here. We'll take another 5 and make it nice and even for our odds. Dice are out. And that's a 6 the hard way. A national average. We got 1 in front, 1 to 1, 6 to 5. So, hey, life is good. Bring it on. Everything else is where it needs to be. We have our odds where we need them. And now we're just waiting for a third, the comeback to do something here. And it's going to go to the 6. That's a field loser. Single odds. We don't do anything now. Once we have 3 upstairs, we let the shooter finish it out. Dice are out, and that's a 5, 2. You're all through. An excellent first shooter, though. Everything's going to come back. He made us some good money. All right, first shooter's gone. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to keep 8 there, send that back. Our $1,000 initial bankroll. We're definitely up in profit here. This needs to be reset. Field and pass line. Here they come. Dice are out. That's a 2 craps. Loser on the line. But 2 for 1 up top in the field. Dice are out. That's a 3 craps. That's a cancellation between the pass line and the field. Dice are out. 6, 2, 8. We have a point. And let's go here and here. We're ready to go. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. It's Big Ben, our best friend, the easy 10 on the end. That'll be a field winner. Good for some odds in the back and back in the come. Dice are out. Back to back. It's a 6, 4, 10. Big Ben, our best friend, the number 10. There's going to be 1 to 1 and 2 for 1. Send it back to the rack. That goes to odds, and we're good to go. Dice are out. 4 tray, the come gets paid. Everything else goes away. Take it back to the rack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that. We got 8 right there. Wonderful. Pass line and field. Here they come. 6, 5, yo, 11. Winner here and winner there. Aren't the dice gods generous? Back to back. 6, 5, yo, 11. Take it to the rack, jack. 2, 1, 3. Loser. Winner. Keep it right where it is. We need a point shooter. We're rolling horn number 6, 2, 8. Our point is an 8. So here we go. Back in the come. We got our everything set up. Here they are. 6, 3, 9. Nina. Pay the field. Field bet will always pay our odds. It'll always take care of odds when we have these come bets. So we do like it when the field numbers roll. There's a yo 11, which is very good. That's going to win here and win here. We'll just take it back to the rack. That's a nice little deal. Hard 6, which is not in the field. We'll take 1 there and put single odds, and we got to go in the come and in the field. We're off to the races. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8, a point hit, not in the field. The come bet will travel up, and we'll pay the line. Go in the field here. We'll do this just for show. The odds are off. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. So the odds get returned to us, and we'll just the come bet's going to come down and get paid. We'll throw that back there, and we're looking for number 3. So that's going to stay right there. Dice are out. 4, 1, 5 is gets the third call, and that's not in the field. So we're back to 30 on the odds, and here we go. We got all 3. Let's roll some numbers, shooter. 5, 4, 9. That's a good number to roll. That will be, I'm sure you're familiar with it by now. 25 up front and 45 for the odds. And we need a third point. So we'll take the red chips back to the rack. Here they come. 5, 1. It's a mixer. Not in the field, but we're going to take it down and pay it from the come. So 1 to 1 and 6 for 5. Leave that right there. We need a single odds bet there. All right. I think we're ready. Dice are out. That's a 4-1 fever. That's going to travel up. Not in the field, but doesn't really matter. We're bringing home the bacon. 1 to 1 up front, 45 in the back. $45, that is. And what do we got? We got to do, this needs to go here. I'm missing number 3. Let's trade some of these in so we get some rack space here. That'll be good enough for 4 of those. Look at that. There's our $1,000 bankroll. Ain't that wonderful, folks? We are definitely up in profit here, and we're about 15 minutes into the video. That's a good thing. All right, we took care of everything. I am not positive if I took the no field 5 away. I don't think I did, so I will remove it. I may have taken it down twice, but who knows. Dice are out. A little late right now as I make this video, so the mind's a little fried. Your patience is appreciated. That's a field win on an easy 4. Ace trade, an easy way. And we have 3 upstairs. This can come back, and we're going to let the shooter roll. Dice are out. 3 craps. That doesn't do anything for our purposes. Now 527 will clear the board. Everything will go back to the casino on the 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just want to try to keep this as close as I can so I don't overdo things on the count here. Dice are out where new shooter is up, and away they go. 4 tray. The line gets paid. The field loses. The line wins. We leave it right, everything where it is. 325. Fiva is not in the field. We're going to have to do a little rack donation here. There's our odds. Field and come are ready, and here come the dice. 549. Field winner. $5 contribution from our rack, and we'll throw another bet in the come. Dice are out. 628. Not in the field. There we go. Our 8 are done, so we got to start winning some of these. Dice are out. 628 is a winner, except it's not in the field. Well, we'll just use that to pay these. So there we go. And now we need a 3rd number upstairs, so we also need single odds. Dice are out. 3 craps. Loser and a winner. Leave it right where it is, dealer. 628 once again. That's just great. 1-1, 6-5. Gotta love it. We'll keep our single odds up there. Come and field. This will come back to the rack. And away they go. 6-5. Yo, 11. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Dice are out. Spot and a dot. We'll lose in the come, but we'll get 2 in the field. Dice are out. And that's a 5-3-8. Once again, we got some good rolling going on here. No field. And that's our usual payout for that. We'll do this and this. And we're ready to go. Dice are out. Shooter's hot. 549. Nina. That's a field winner. That's going to travel up. $25 up front and $45 in the back. We'll take this 30 and put it right back on the 9. all of this back to the rack because it doesn't need to stay out here any longer than it needs to. Dice are out. And there's the end. 5-2, you're all through. We'll pay the come and give the casino the rest. And that, my friends, is the 20-minute mark. That will do it for this video. We will definitely quit while we're ahead because we are quite ahead right now. Our $1,000 bankroll that we started with is right there. That is another 100. So we'll get 4 more green chips for those reds and see if we can stack this up here. So let's color these up as much we can. There's 2 more greens. Definitely a good day. And that's right at 500. How about that? So, yep, that's 500. So this is going to be a purple chip. $505 on day 2 for the $25 padlock. We'll add our previous winnings to that. And we are now up to $590 after day 2 of the green chip padlock from Jeremy and over at Color Up. Another great YouTube craps channel. All right, folks, that's going to do it for now. Joe from Feel Like Craps. I always feel like craps. I hope that you do too. Remember, whenever we go to the casino, we should never bet with money that we cannot afford to lose. Until the next time, be well, stay safe, and as always, I hope every trip to that craps table sees those dice gods being forever and always in your favor.